Hello friends, good morning. Today we will see how to discuss window components using AutoIT. This is just a continuation of the previous session where we have seen how to automate the window components using Sikuli. Okay, so what we are learning today is a alternative approach. Now, we know that Selenium can actually automate only web components, right? So whenever you are encountering a window component, when you are automating a web application here and there, if you come across a window component, Selenium, since Selenium cannot handle it, we can use any of these third-party resources. In the last session, we have seen how to do it via Sikuli. Today we will learn how to do the automation through AutoIT. Okay, now let us understand what is AutoIT. AutoIT is actually a separate scripting language which is used for automating the graphical user interface of your Windows. Okay, I hope you are understanding. It's a scripting language using which we can automate the graphical user interface of Windows operating system. Okay, now in order to work on AutoIT, first of all, we need to download and install AutoIT on our machines. Okay, so let's download AutoIT. We'll go into Google, and in Google I will say AutoIT download. Now this is the site of AutoIT. Just click on that and you will see that if we want to download AutoIT from this site, you can actually click on this button, download AutoIT, click on it and install it. Our regular installation process. We click on next, it's done. It just takes less than 2 minutes to wind up the installation. Now once AutoIT is installed on your machine, okay, what you can do is, if you go into your all programs, you will find a folder called as AutoIT v3. Okay, you open that AutoIT v3 and you have so many applications. Out of these applications, we will be using two applications. The first one is AutoIT window info. You see this, right? AutoIT window info. Let me click on it. Now this AutoIT window info is basically used for identifying the properties of elements on your Windows application. See, when we are creating our Selenium automation programs on the Firefox browser, we use Firebug and Firepath. What are Firebug and Firepath doing? They are simply identifying the properties of certain elements. Similarly, on other browsers, we use developer tools, different scenarios we have. Now, the same thing, if you want to automate a window component, okay, let's say I have Excel opened over here. Now on this Excel, I want to perform some operations through my automation program, AutoIT automation program. Now in order to do that, we have to tell our AutoIT program exactly where it has to perform the operations. To identify the element where you can perform the operations, we will use this finder tool. You see, when I drag this finder tool onto an element, it's actually showing you currently we are working on Microsoft Excel. The name of this Excel file is test cases and various other information. So finder tool is essentially a tool using which you can identify the properties of elements which are present on your Windows application. Okay, this we will use in our automation program. Now the next thing that we use is if you go to the same program files, all programs, and if you click on AutoIT v3, we also have one more application called as SCITE script editor. Now this is the script editor of AutoIT. Okay, let me launch it. Now friends, we know that we create our Selenium programs in Eclipse, right? What is Eclipse? Eclipse is a IDE. It's just a interface where you can create your Java programs or your Selenium programs. In the same way, if you want to create your AutoIT programs are always written in the SCITE script editor. Okay, so if you want to create any AutoIT code, we have to write it at this location. Now, let's see. As I told you, AutoIT is a scripting language. It has all the scripting language features like conditional statements. We can implement loops. so many things. Whatever you do in scripting languages, almost all those activities can be done on AutoIT. Now, in our session, we are not learning AutoIT as a scripting language. What we are essentially concentrating on is how to integrate AutoIT with Selenium so that we can handle the window pop-up alerts or pop-up boxes. I hope everyone is clear. Last session we have seen using Sikuli how to perform the download and the upload operations, right? Now, today we will try to do the same download and upload operations using AutoIT. So, if you just have basic understanding of AutoIT, few important commands in AutoIT if you are aware, that is sufficient to handle our window components. Okay, so I'll just give you the definitions of some of the important methods that we use in AutoIT. Friends, the first method that we are going to learn is run. Run is used for launching any executable application on your machine. I have an exe file. I want to launch that exe file. We can use this AutoIT method called as run. Similarly, we will also use a method called as winWaitActive. Now, this winWaitActive method is used for switching the control of AutoIT into a particular window. Let us say on my desktop, I have Excel opened, I have Notepad opened, I have Word opened, multiple Windows applications are currently opened. Out of these applications, I want my AutoIT program to explicitly go into a particular window and perform some operation. So, whichever window you want to switch the control of AutoIT into, we have to do that via this command called winWaitActive. Similarly, we have one more command, control send. This control send is almost like your send keys method that we use in Selenium. Control send is used for sending text into input fields. We have one more method, control click. This is used for clicking on a button or any click operation if you want to do. We can do it through control click. Okay. We have a method winClose, which is used for closing a window through AutoIT. We also have a method send, and this send is used for, as I told you, control send is also used for sending text. Send is also used for sending text, but the difference is control send is a little more advanced command. When I say advanced, control send actually will clearly ask you, tell me the properties of the element where we should do the send operation, and then only it will send the data. Whereas the send command, wherever the mouse control is currently blinking, let us say the mouse control is present here, there it will start entering the data. I hope you are understanding. Control send is first of all asking you the properties of the element where you should do the sending of the data, whereas send is blindly sending the data wherever the mouse control is present. Okay. Now, I have just listed out 6 AutoIT methods. If you are comfortable with these 6 AutoIT methods, I think we can start off with our Selenium and AutoIT integration. Okay. Now, what I want to do is the same file download and upload operations. I want to show you, but before going into the file download and upload programs, what I will first do is through AutoIT, we will launch a notepad. Please concentrate. Through AutoIT, we will launch a notepad text file, send some data into the text file, save the text file, and of course, that's it. That's the operations. Open notepad, send some data, and finally save the text file. Now, whatever commands we are using on this notepad program, if you are comfortable with those commands, again the same thing. It becomes very easy to work on the Selenium related window component handling. Okay, so let's start the program. I am opening my AutoIT script editor, and the command I give is run. I have already told you, run command is used for launching a executable software on your machine. I will say run notepad.exe. Now, let's save this program. Only one statement we have given, but I'll save the program. I'll save it on the desktop with the name AutoIT program. Some name you give. Now, once the AutoIT program is created, you see, this is the AutoIT program. If I run that AutoIT program, you will see that it will launch blank notepad. Just see this. Do you see it's launching notepad? I hope everyone is understanding. Run is a command using which any software can be launched on your machine, on your desktop. Now, the next one is I want to send some sample text into the notepad file. So you launch your AutoIT, we have talked about this finder tool, right? You take the finder tool, drag it onto the notepad. What is the title of the currently opened application? It shows as untitled notepad. So we have to switch the control into untitled notepad, because on my machine you have so many applications opened. Out of these applications, I have to tell AutoIT to explicitly go into notepad and then perform some operations. So the command I use is winWaitActive. Do you see? We don't need to type the complete command. When I give a portion of the command, automatically the remaining auto-generated suggestions are coming up. Okay. So winWaitActive, and the title is untitled notepad. The control of AutoIT will switch into untitled notepad. Okay, friends. Now, once the control switches into untitled notepad, I want to send some sample text over here. So again, you take your finder tool and see what I am doing. Using the finder tool, I will identify the properties of the text area. Do you see? Actually, on notepad, the text area is getting highlighted. Fine. Once I identify the text area, we see the title is, of course, notepad, and we have an arrow icon over here. Click on this arrow icon and you will find a section called as summary section. Click on the summary section, and after clicking on the summary section, we will find class name NN property. Class name NN property given by the developer is edit1. See, what is this class name NN property? In your Selenium program, to perform an operation on a web element, we use some locators, right? We have 8 different locators: ID, name, class name, link text. We have discussed, right? XPath, so many different locators. How those locators are helping your Selenium program to identify an element and perform some operation. In the same way, AutoIT is using this class name NN property as a locator to perform some operation. Okay. So now I will give the command as control send. Control send is a command for sending text into input fields. Now, when I say control send, in fact, we don't need to remember the syntax of these commands. You see, when I say control send, automatically it is showing me the first thing we have to enter is the title of the page. The title of the page is untitled notepad. The second parameter we need to pass is text. Text is, some other attribute to identify this window uniquely. You don't need to enter anything. Just leave it. I'm giving open close quotes, which means we are not entering anything. The next one is control ID. Control ID is, whatever control NN property we have seen, edit1. And the last property you are supposed to enter is string. What is the data you want to enter? I want to enter some message. I'll say this is a file created through AutoIT. This is the message I want to send. Okay. Now let me save this program till here. And when I run the program, see what happens. Do you see it's launching notepad and also sending the text? Now, the next step I want to do is I want to save the file. In order to save the file manually, these are the operations I will perform. I will click on this close symbol and then I will click on the save button. So tell AutoIT to do those operations. Say this. I have told you that in order to close a window, the command that we use is winClose. Specify the title. You are telling that your AutoIT program should close untitled notepad. So whatever notepad has been opened through AutoIT, let's say some text has been entered, your AutoIT is clicking on this close. Now, after clicking on this close, the next thing that we want to do is we want to save the file, right? We want to click on this save file button. Fine, doesn't matter. Take your AutoIT finder tool as always. Whenever a new window comes, we have to switch the control into that window. So finder tool, you identify the title of this new window is notepad. I have to tell my AutoIT program to switch into this window. winWaitActive. The title of this new window is notepad. The control will switch into this new window. Now, after switching into the new window, I am supposed to click on save file. Okay. So Finder tool, identify the properties of the save button. When I identify the save button, we see the title is still notepad, but the class name NN property given by the developer is button1. I have to perform a click operation on it. So get back to the program and I will say control click. Control click is the command using which, when I say control click, it is asking me what is the title of the application. The title is notepad. Text attribute, don't give anything. The next one is control ID. What is the control NN we have seen? Button1. So your program will attempt to do a click operation on the save button. Let us see whether it is doing the task successfully or not. Fine. Just say this. When I click on this, you see it's clicking on that save. Okay. Fine. So friends, now the next thing that we are supposed to do is, after clicking on save, we have to go to the save as window, specify the name of the file and also the location where we want to save it, and click on the save button. This is the next step. I have to tell the location and then click on the save button. Okay. So whenever a new window comes up, identify the title of that window. The title of the window is save as. I'll take the title of the window. We have to do a switch operation onto it, right? So we will say win wait active. The title of the window is save as. Now, after coming to the save as window, listen carefully. We are supposed to enter the name of the file in this text area and we should click on the save button. So identify the properties of those elements. How do you identify the properties? You take the finder tool and drag it into the text area. I hope everyone is able to see. When I drag the finder tool into the text area, you see that the developer is calling it as edit1, and when I identify the save button, the developer is calling it as button1, edit1 and button1. So let us perform the operations. After switching into this window, I am saying control send. The title of the window is save as. The second parameter is text parameter, just leave it. The next one is edit1. Edit1 is the control NN property given by the developer and the name of the file. I want to save the file with the name sample.txt. Then we want to perform a click operation. Control click. Just a second. Control click. What is the title? The title is save as, and text attribute you leave it. Where we are trying to click, the control NN property we have seen is button1. So your program should click on the perform the complete saving operation. Let us check whether it's working or not. Let me run the program. Double click on your program. See. Okay, fine. It's entering the name of the file, but for some reason it's not doing the click of the save button perfectly. I think we need to give some waiting time. Let's give a wait time and see. We have sleep, and I'll give the time as just 5 seconds or so. If this doesn't work, either we need to increase the time or we have to give some other command. We'll see how to approach. So let me run this program. No, it's not clicking on save. Fine, doesn't matter. I'll go with another approach. What I will do is, we see that our program is successfully entering the text. After entering the text, I can also hit the enter key, right? Even if I hit the enter key also, the save operation will be activated. The reason is, you see, the save button is by default on activated position. So after entering the name of the file, even if I hit the enter key, that is also sufficient. Okay. So we will tell our AutoIT program to hit the enter key. Let me do that. Right click, open your AutoIT program, and friends, in the place of control click, I will give a command called send. I told you send is used for sending the data. It generally sends the data wherever the mouse is currently on activated position. Send. I want to hit the enter key. Now, special keys like enter, tab, escape, all of them have to be given in flower brackets. So I am saying send and click on the enter key. Okay. Now I saved the program. Let me run the program and show you. You see the first part. It's entering the name of the file. Oh, it's clicking on the save button. But unfortunately, in the same location, I have another file with the name sample.txt. It is asking me, do you want to replace it? Yes, I want to replace it. So whenever a new window comes, I have to switch into that window, right? So the same drama. Take the finder tool, confirm save as. This is the title of the newly opened window. I have to switch into that window. So in the program, I will say WinWait active. The title of the window is confirm save as, and in the confirm save as window, I am supposed to click on the yes key, right? So take the finder tool, identify the properties of the yes button. The developer is calling it as button 1. So fine, we will ask our program to click on it. Okay. So how do you click on it? We will say control click. The title of the window is confirm save as. The first parameter we need to give is the title, right? So I will give the title confirm save as. The second parameter is text. Just leave it. The third parameter is what we have seen, button 1, control NN property. So program should click on the yes key. So let me run this program. Just see what is happening. Yes. Brilliant. The file got saved. In my documents, if you go to the documents, you will see that the sample.txt has been successfully saved. Just check. Do you see? If I go to the documents, the sample.txt file has been saved. So I hope everyone is understanding. AutoIT, whatever few commands we have seen, WinWait active, control send, control click, send command. These commands are sufficient for handling our window pop-ups which we encounter in our Selenium automation programs. Okay friends. Now with this understanding, let us go to our test case. Now the same test case we have automated in the last session using Sikuli. Now I am trying to show you how to do it through AutoIT. My test case says you launch Firefox, navigate to Selenium HQ, click on download and download the Selenium server jar file. So friends, my program is expecting that I should launch the Firefox, go to Selenium HQ. Selenium can handle all these operations. Then it is asking my program that the Selenium program should click on this download tab. Of course, Selenium can click on this download tab. After clicking on the download tab, we are supposed to click on this particular link you see here, 2.53.0. This link we want to click on. Okay. Now, this also Selenium can automate. Once I click on it, a file download window is coming up where I am supposed to click on save file, which Selenium cannot perform. So we will take the help of AutoIT and perform that operation. Okay. So let me first start with the Selenium part of the code and then we will integrate it with the AutoIT program. Okay. So the first part is the test case says you launch Firefox, navigate to seleniumhq.org. Now for these AutoIT programs, I will create a separate package which I'll call as AutoIT, and here we'll create a class. We'll call this program as file download. We are doing the file download operation through AutoIT in this scenario. Okay. So launch your Firefox driver equals to new Firefox driver. Then what is the URL we want to open? I want to open seleniumhq.org, right? Now let's give a simple implicit wait, driver.manage, because we are actually moving from one page to another page. Let's not take chances. I'll give the implicit wait for 10 seconds. Okay. Just to avoid any issues with the internet. If it's working a little slow, why take chances? Okay. Now, after opening seleniumhq.org, my test case says that you click on download. Let us take the Firebug. Let's take the Firebug and identify the properties of download. You see that the download, the HTML tag of download is A, which means it is a link. So can I go with the link text property and perform a click operation? Yes, we can. We will say driver dot find element by link text property. It's download, and the operation to be done is click operation. So our Selenium program will click on the download link. The control will go to the next page. In this next page, we want to click on 2.53.0 link. So take the Firebug, identify 2.53.0. Again, this is also a link. So I will go with the link text property. Okay. So the next statement, I'll say driver dot find element by link text, and the operation to be done is click operation. Fine, friends. So your program will click on this link 2.53.0, and now the file download window has appeared. We know that Selenium cannot handle it, right? We have to take the help of AutoIT. I'll just give a small waiting time. Sleeper dot sleep tight. Maybe we'll wait for 4 seconds. And now the download operation, I mean, in this download window, I'm supposed to click on save file, which Selenium cannot do. I have to take the help of AutoIT. So as always, first of all, I have to switch the control of AutoIT into this window. So let us launch our AutoIT window info tool, finder tool. You drag it onto this window. The title of this window is opening Selenium server jar file. So let me create the program. Win wait active. The title of the newly opened window is opening Selenium server standalone jar. We are giving that. Now, after switching the control into this window, I am supposed to click on save file. So you take the finder tool and try to identify the properties of the save file button. But observe closely, when I am putting the finder tool on the save file, unfortunately, the finder tool is not identifying the properties. Not only for save file, it's not identifying the properties of cancel. Any element on this window, finder tool is not identifying. Okay, fine, no issues. What I will do is, once the control switches into the into this window, we see that the default control is on the cancel button. If the control from cancel should come on to the save file, we can hit the tab key. Once I hit the tab key, you see that the control is coming onto the save file, and then I can hit the enter key. I hope everyone is understanding. By default, when this window is opened, the control is on the cancel button. From the cancel, it should switch on to the save file. So I will tell my AutoIT program to hit tab. When I hit tab, you see the control is coming on to save file, and then I will ask my AutoIT program to hit the enter key. Only 2 steps. Very simple. You say send. What is the first key we are trying to enter? Tab. And again I will say send. What is the next key we want to enter? In flower brackets, right? You say enter. Finish. These are the 2 keys. Now, once the AutoIT program is created, I will save it. I'll say save as. On the desktop, I am saving it with the name download. Now, friends, listen carefully. In the previous scenario, when I created my AutoIT program, what did I do? I simply double clicked on that AutoIT program and we were executing that program, right? Whereas in this scenario, I should not click on this download program. My Selenium script should invoke that program. I hope you are understanding. Whatever AutoIT program has been created, it should be called through the Selenium program. In order to do that, first of all, we should compile the AutoIT program. When you compile it, exe file will be generated. The path of this exe file can be given in my Selenium program. Okay. Now, how to compile it? Right click on your AutoIT program and click on compile script. When you compile it, we will find a file download. This is the exe file which got generated. The path of this exe file has to be given in our Selenium program. How do you give the path of this exe file in the Selenium program? Let us see. Now, I'll just give the statement. You say java.lang.runtime.getRuntime.execute. Sorry, not equals, it's execute. .execute and specify the path of the exe file. In my case, it is present on the desktop. So I'll give the path of the desktop. What is the name of the file? Download.exe. Now friends, this code that you see over here, it's throwing an exception. Let's click on add throws declaration. Fine. So this code that you see over here can be used not only for calling the AutoIT program. Any exe file in Java you want to call, this is the code we give. So you see, initially some steps are automated through the Selenium program, and the download operation is handled through the AutoIT program. The only thing you need to remember is, once the AutoIT program is created, you have to compile it. Once you compile, a exe file will be generated. The path of that exe file should be given using java.lang.runtime, whatever you see on my screen. So if I run this program, friends, it should actually perform the download operation. Okay, let's run the program and check it. It should launch the Firefox browser. Okay, it's launching Firefox. Now the next step is it should go to Selenium HQ site. Fine, wonderful. Then it should click on the download link. Good. Click on 2.53.0 and now AutoIT should come into picture. Do you see AutoIT successfully performing the download operation? I hope everyone is clear. So to handle the window components, basic AutoIT knowledge if you have, how to click on an element, how to do send keys operation, how to send text into input fields, if you are comfortable with that, it's more than enough. It's more than enough. Okay friends, so this is the program for doing the download operation through Selenium and AutoIT. The next program I want to do is upload operation. The uploading test case, this also we have solved through Sikuli in the last session. Now we are using AutoIT. Launch Firefox, navigate to Imgur, click on upload images, click on browse your computer and upload some image which is present on your machine. So let me close this windows. Okay, fine friends. So my Selenium program in this current test case, the uploading stuff, what it should do is, as always, it should launch our Firefox browser, navigate to a site called as imgur.com. This is a site where we can actually upload our images. My test case is saying after launching imgur.com, you click on upload images. So through our Selenium program, obviously we can click on upload images. There's no issue. Now the next step in the test case says you click on browse your computer. Now browse your computer. This can also be automated. After I click on browse your computer, we see a file upload window is coming up where I am supposed to select this image. The image is currently present on my desktop. The name of the image is image and the extension is GIF. So my program should select this image and click on the open button. When you do that, do you see the star image is getting uploaded on my web application? So this part I want to automate. Selenium and Selenium and AutoIT integration we want to see in this program. Let me create a new class which I'll call as file upload, friends. And the first part is regular coding. Launch the Firefox browser. Driver equals to new Firefox driver. What is the URL we want to open? I want to open imgur.com. So your Selenium program will launch imgur.com. Then I want to click on upload images. Take the Firebug and identify the properties of upload images. You see, for upload images, the developer he did not give ID or name. He has given class property. So we will take the class. Class is also a locator, right? ID, name, class name, etc. Driver dot find element by dot class name. Whatever class name is there, give that. And the operation I want to perform is click operation. So your Selenium program clicks on upload images. Next step is I should click on browse your computer. So take the Firebug, identify. We faced this challenge in the last scenario also. All other elements are getting identified in a proper way, but browse your computer, it's actually showing some other element, right? Doesn't matter. The HTML tag of that bigger section of the page is input. What you do in such scenarios is you move either to the level of the parent or the child component. The parent of this input is div. When I put the mouse control on div, all of us are able to see that our exact browse your computer is getting highlighted. Take the ID property of that element. Take the ID property and let us write the program. Driver dot find element by ID, and the operation I want to perform is click operation. So your program will click on browse your computer. Now the file upload window has come up, which Selenium cannot handle. So we have to bring AutoIT into picture. Let me give a waiting time. Sleeper dot sleep tight. We'll wait for 3 seconds. And now we have to call our AutoIT. Let's create the AutoIT program. We know that whenever a new window comes on the screen, we have to switch into that window, right? After clicking on browse your computer, the AutoIT control should come into this file upload window. So take the finder tool. You just observe, when I identify the properties, you see the title of that window is file upload. I have to switch into this window. So the first command is win wait active. Which window we are trying to activate? File upload window. The control will switch into the file upload window. Now after switching into the file upload window, the next thing I have to do is I have to enter the name of the file at this location, right? We are supposed to enter the file name at this location and then click on the open button. So take the finder tool, identify the properties of this input field. We see that it's present in a window called as file upload, and if you go to the summary section, we see the developer is calling it as edit1. Okay, fine. Next, identify the properties of the open button. You see open button, the developer is calling as button1. File upload is the name of the window, edit1 and button1 are the different elements that we are trying to automate. So first I will say control send. In which window you are trying to send? File upload window. The next is text attribute, just leave it. Control ID, what is the control NN we have seen? Edit1. And what is the text you want to enter? The name of my file is image.gif. I am giving the file name. Next I will say control click. Which window we are trying to click on? File upload. What is the control? The next one is text attribute, right? Just leave the text attribute, and the control NN property is button1. So this is the AutoIT script for performing the file upload operation. Now let me save this program. I'll save it on my desktop with the name upload. Okay. Now once the AutoIT program is created, if the Selenium program has to call it, we know that we have to first compile it, right? This is the upload program. Let me compile it. Right click on it and say compile. We will see that a exe file is generated. The path of this exe file should be given in my Selenium program. So I will say java.lang.runtime.getRuntime.execute. What is the path of the file? It's present on our desktop. And what is the name of the file, friends? Upload.exe. Finish. Click on add throws declaration because it's throwing an internal exception. Fine. So let me run the program and show you. So it's launching the Firefox. It should navigate to imgur.com. Brilliant. Now it should click on upload images. Yes, browse your computer, it should click on and give the name of the file, image.gaf. Brilliant. You see, the image.gf has been uploaded. I hope everyone is understanding. So this is just a alternative way. What we have learned using Sikuli in the last session, we are trying to do it via AutoIT. You see, so a portion of the program has been automated through Selenium, and then we are calling the AutoIT program and performing the remaining automation. Okay, friends. So this is about AutoIT. I'll stop the session for now. Just practice the AutoIT programs. In the next session, we will see how to do the same task via robot. Then we will try to understand, the comparisons. What are the differences? Where Sikuli is better? Where in which scenarios AutoIT is better? We'll just have a quick comparison of all these three different applications. Okay. So have a nice day. We'll meet tomorrow and continue. Okay. Goodbye for now.